Let's move along to Ride Along 2, coming in at number 3. It pulled in about 13 million over the weekend, experienced a 63% drop off. Wow. In 2 weeks, it nearing the 60 million mark on a budget of 40 million.
Yeah, it's going to be a very profitable film. Though I think the only problem is it'll make nowhere near as much as the first film. The first film, I think, how much did they make? Around 130 or 140 total. And this one looks like at this current pace, will have trouble reaching 100 million.
Yeah, you mentioned last week that Ride Along 2 is not going to be as leggy as the first movie.
Yeah, and it has the typical African American drop off, 60+%. So, which is one of those things where you wonder how much the East Coast storm has affected it, because this drop off is kind of typical. And if you take out the 10%, it would be at 58% or 57%. Even at 60% is kind of normal for African American demographic.
Yeah, I think the East Coast storm, it affects all the major releases equally, I think, right? I mean, the reviews
The
is pretty
reviews of
poor
it
at
doesn't,
at
yeah, that's
12%. So you can say it's a quality comedy.
yeah, yeah. Yep. And even the audience score wasn't as high because with Why Along, the first one, it was poorly reviewed too, but not 12%. It was like around 35% or
No, I
something.
think Ride Along 2 was only a few percentage points better, like 18 or something like that.
Oh,
And the
you mean
sequel,
Why Along? Why Along was only at 18%?
yeah, Ride Along was only at 18.
Oh,
Let me
okay.
confirm that. Let me confirm that.
Okay. All right.
So it's not that much better.
Okay.
Yeah, 18%.
Okay. All right. My bad. But the cinema score for the first one was definitely better. The cinema score for the first one was an A, and this one is like B or B minus or
Mhm.
somewhere around there. So the word of mouth is definitely not as good as the first film.
Yeah, true. Maybe the problem with sequel is that they get more of the same, I think. But I think maybe the word of mouth there saying, hey, you've seen the first movie, there's not a lot of reason to watch the second movie, even though I said that they kind of up everything for the sequel,
Mm,
like Miami. So
right.
they added Olivia Munn, Kim Jong. So they added more comedians, they added more eye candy, but maybe the joke is not as fresh as the first movie.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
Or it could be that a producer was right all along. Maybe Kevin Hart is not that funny. Maybe his social media powers are not working anymore.
Yeah, but he's still drawing a crowd. Just he might be oversaturating himself because he's popped out a bunch of films in the last year.
Oh, right. So he's kind of like the Samuel L. Jackson of comedians.
Yeah, except I mean Samuel L. Jackson would do like supporting characters, and that's how he can crank out that many films. Kevin Hart is like the main draw in these films.
Right, right.